Hello everyone and welcome back to DMG. Today we're in the IT lab workspace and I've got this laptop right here. Now if everything goes well, I am going to be refurbishing this and, well, trading it with something to a friend. So, yeah, currently he has like a 6-year-old Chromebook that basically if it's an essential function of a laptop, it doesn't work. Like it doesn't work off the charger, it's terribly slow, and right now he doesn't really have a laptop. So, before we really get into this one, let's find out what's wrong with it. That's it. Also, this is a very nice machine. Like, well, it would have been when it launched. It's got Windows 7 Core i5, so I'm assuming probably quad core if it's a Windows 7 i5. Okay, plugged it into the charger. We've got lights, look like a battery indicator there. I hear a drive. That sounds like a hard drive with a head crash. Well, no, not a head crash. It sounds like when a head is stuck and won't move. Yep. Okay, so the drive in here is just completely dead. No hope of saving it, because if it won't spin up, sadly there's nothing you can do. I mean, on older drives with low data density, you can literally just open the drive and like fix the head, but Windows 7 era, you can't do that. That's like Windows 3.1, really early 9X machines, that kind of thing. I love these old Dell laptops because they're so easy to use or service. Like, this is definitely business oriented. It's got the dock, you know, so you can plug it in somewhere. I mean, it's got awesome I/O. I mean, just look how much I/O this has got. Oh yes, before I proceed any further, I'm gonna yoink the batteroony. This is another one I found in the graveyard, but it looked a bit higher end than the other ones. So, he really just wants to play Minecraft and do schoolwork on it, so he doesn't need a high-end machine. But, you know, I'd feel like I'm scamming him if I give him a lower-end one. Ah, that's why it failed. It's a Seagate. Okay, so, jokes aside, this is a Seagate SSHD, which, how the hell does this caddy... What? Oh, okay. We'll probably want Windows 10 on it. I'm going to be testing it with Ubuntu for right now because, yeah, easy to run. Plus I've already got it on an SSD. Yep, beautiful. Laptop thin SSHD. I may do a disassembly of this because I've never done one of an SSHD. So it has, like, for example, like 480 gigs of this would be the hard drive, and 20 gigs of it would be like a small SSD, and it learns from what files you use most. It puts those on the SSD so they load faster. But that one's not loading anything anytime soon. Alright. Here's my SSD. It's, you know, one of the cheap ones, but still fast. And again, I don't want to charge him a lot for this laptop, so I'll charge him the cost of repairing it plus like $10. Let's see. Alright. Oh wait, I am gonna put the battery back in. I didn't put the drive in the caddy because, yeah, I just didn't want to, because I may need to take it back out. Because if it won't boot for another reason, then I'll just have to scrap this machine if I can't fix it. Alright, moment of truth, part 2. I'm gonna aim it not at my thighs. There we go. So yeah, previous time it got stuck in an invalid partition table. Okay, that's probably just because I transferred this from another computer. I mean, it should be working fine. Alright. Alright, looks like it's booting in. Let's go, Davis. I'm gonna blur that because it's the password for my other laptop. Oh my god, this is pretty snappy compared to the machine I previously had this drive in. It was a dual-core Pentium. Alright, we're just gonna do some simple things like, I don't know, load LTT forums, open Spotify. We're gonna open System Monitor. Okay, yes, it's a quad-core. It's a quad-core. Perfect, just as I was hoping. So, yeah, I'll just open forums, open YouTube. This is a snappy machine. It's actually the school Wi-Fi that's holding it back. Yes, I watch weird stuff. Let's see. Okay, here's Spotify. And you can see our cores aren't really maxing out. It's not making a lot of noise either. Doesn't seem to be thermal throttling or anything. Don't want to speak too soon, but I could pretty comfortably daily drive this machine. I'm going to test the speakers. I'm going to have to mute this part because it's copyrighted. Okay, they're absolutely fantastic. Super clear speakers. You know what? I'm going to play one of my own videos. If this gets copyright claimed, I'm going to be so mad. Okay, it defaulted to like 480p. That's definitely the school Wi-Fi there. Let's see, we're gonna... Listen to that. The bass on these speakers is fantastic. I'm gonna text Benjamin on my cool phone really quickly and tell him. Alright, I can comfortably say I could daily drive this laptop, and I'm almost jealous that he gets it. And look, core usage, super low. Yeah, Benjamin's gonna get up here in a minute. Actually, this afternoon, we were going to install Windows on like his dad's old MacBook or something. It's like a 2012 MacBook Pro, so that's definitely not, you know, these specs that this has. I feel genuinely good about giving this to him. Like, he's going to get a good machine. Now, of course, this is Ubuntu. Windows 10 is going to be more demanding. Oh, here he is. Alright, do you have Candace?
In my hand.
In your handis? Sorry. Alright. This goes in the USB 2 port. This is a 64 gig SSD, just to let you know, so you can't put a lot on it. It's the
64 gig.
It's the only drive I have on hand, but it is fast.
What does it get?
It gets about 500 megs a second, so that's like 3 times better than the hard drive that was in here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I saw Candace for a minute.
Not as much as a few thousand that you can get from
an NVMe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have an NVMe slot. Alright. F12 is the boot options, I believe. There we go, one-time boot menu.
Canvas.
I really hope it says... No, it just says... let's see. Yeah, USB storage. What the What is wrong with you, Candace? Okay, that either means something is going well or something is going unwell.
How much does this weigh?
Oh, Candace!
Candace!
Yeah, it's...
Candace works!
It's pretty heavy, but the battery life, I haven't tested the battery life, but it gets a lot. Like...
But it gets a lot.
Let's see, English, US, yeah. Like I've got a computer with it's got a smaller battery and about the same specs, and it lasts about 3 to 5 hours. So you should get at least 5 hours. Nah, fucking product key. Yeah. Do you have a Windows key?
No.
Oh. Yeah, Windows 10 Home.
Pro.
Well, no, Pro is not on that disk. Go home. Because, yeah.
Go home. Okay.
Go home. Go home. Yeah,
No, I don't accept.
Yeah, no. Screw you.
Scam.
Alright. Here we go. Oh. That's not good graphics. Okay, yeah, graphics is a bit rough, but CPU is capable enough.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear.
3.9 FPS.
Okay.
But then again, we can crank that GPU up a bit. Alright, so Windows is installed on this machine, seems to work fine. We're probably going to put a 240 gig or something SSD in it eventually, but for now I'm just going to screw this in more firmly. It's got these little rails that snap onto it. I know a lot of older Dell Precisions also did this. Alright, so it turns out that MacBook was actually kind of cracked. It had 16 gigs of RAM and a 500 gig SSD. So we swapped the RAM from the MacBook to this. We also swapped the disk, and now we're using Candice to reinstall Windows. So this was his dad's old MacBook. After swapping the drive out, we've determined there's something wrong with the SATA controller or something. Like it just won't recognize any drives, keep getting file system errors. Yeah. Now on the other side of the room, this guy still installing Windows with 16 gigs of RAM and that SSD, and seems to be working absolutely fine on both of the drives that didn't work in the MacBook. So we murdered a lot of laptops, but we finally got this one working.